everything the Buddha taught is said to lead us towards understanding our true nature, which is like space, which is free, like space, and has the attribute of also omniscience, not omnipotence. The Buddha can't do everything, but he knows everything apparently. Why? Because the mind is totally free. It's not fixated on any specificities. It's vast. It knows everything. There's no chains. There's no veils anymore. It's not restricted anymore. It's not contracted. It's totally expanded, you could say. The awareness is completely expanded. So there's that sense, according to some traditions, including Mahayana, that the Buddha, if you and I become Buddhas, we will know everything that needs to be known. Then there's a whole lot of debate, because Buddhists like debate. Does the Buddha know how many insects are under the ground here? Maybe, maybe not. Does it really matter? Well, maybe not. But does the Buddha know how to guide you on the path to enlightenment? Yes. Buddha knows all the essential. Everyone agrees in the Mahayana. Buddha knows everything needed to guide us all the way to Buddhahood. And whether he knows how many fish are in the Pacific Ocean, maybe that doesn't matter too much. Some say he does. He does. If you're a Buddha, you know everything.
So what would the fundamental teaching be, you think, that would guide one towards enlightenment? I know it's much more complex than a simple thing like that.
Well, but first of all, calm the mind, in these basic teaching, cease to do evil or wrongdoing, do good, create good actions, tame your mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. That's a basic 4-line verse in all the traditions. Well, yeah, I think in all the traditions. It's very important in the Tibetan tradition. Cease to do wrongdoing, learn to do good, put a lot of effort in doing good, meaning virtue, that old-fashioned word, that which leads to happiness, lasting happiness. Tame your own mind, because the mind is untamed. It's like a garbage pit right now. Tame it, because it's full of anger, attachment, jealousy, craving, grasping. Tame the mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha. So we have to engage in that, and then of course, if we are inclined, and many people are, generate from the outset this, in the beginning fabricated, but it becomes more and more real, perhaps, compassion. Because let's face it, you can't immediately say, yeah, I'm going to save all beings from suffering, and really mean it, to understand what you're saying even, but slowly it can become real for you, and then your whole life is motivated by that. And being willing to spend eons doing that, because it's going to take a while to liberate everyone. There are a few people around in the world who we know it's going to take a while to liberate them, because they're behaving like, maniacs. So it'll take a while to tame them. Meanwhile, we have to tame ourselves, so it's all going to take a while.
What's a practical tool or tip that someone could receive on how to tame their mind? Like, how can someone start that process of taming their mind?
Well, in my case, it's very obvious that when I don't do any morning practice, it's not that useful. So every day, some sitting, even if it's 5 minutes, watching the breath, and seeing how we have a monkey mind or a mad elephant mind right now. It's all these thoughts, emotions, feelings, memories, plans. Start screaming, come up. So then to just recognize and not take them seriously, not believe in them, recognize, let go, come back to the breath. Then we don't fall for, you see, otherwise the thought feels somehow real, really real. And you have a thought of the past that makes you sad, and you really, you bought into the sense that it's something real, even something that happened 50 years ago, and you still, it's gone, where is that thought? Where is that experience? It's gone. So thoughts make things feel very real and solid, and then the habit is there to cling, to cling to it. It's real, and then we suffer. So to just let go, recognize the thought, let go, back to the breath. Let go, back to the breath, again and again. Easy to say, not so easy to do. Why? Because of the habit we've developed over countless lifetimes. which feeds into the self-grasping ignorance. The I was treated like this. I want that. I want this. So all this stuff coming up, we just see it as mental static. Okay, it's there. Let go. Back to the breath. That's the beginning, because without that, it's like not having a good foundation. Everything you build on top of a shaky foundation isn't going to last. So we have to realize that can help us just see how peaceful the mind can be occasionally, or how we don't need to take things so seriously. Don't need to be uptight about everything. And the posture itself, I find very useful. Some teachers have really helped us see how the posture itself is mirroring the whole path, because you sit upright but not tense. So that's like having a healthy self-confidence in yourself and in your Buddha nature. And then the front of the body is open, so you're open to the world, open to others, open to helping. So the posture itself is very powerful, symbolically, we could say. We know how it's helpful physiologically, but it also means a lot to have a good posture, without being uptight. So that's the start, and it can help for many people to have a good teacher, a guide. Although Dalai Lama said something very useful when he was asked once, how do I find a guru? He said, there's a Tibetan proverb. He said, the Tibetan proverb says, don't chase after a guru like a dog chasing after meat. Initially, at least, your guru should be your own intelligence and authentic literature. So both of those are very important. There's a lot of second-hand literature around by people who think they know about Buddhism after a few months. They have a good experience, so they write a book about Buddhism. It's tricky. We should read authentic literature by highly realized people, if possible, or at least students. And there are many now in the West who are very good, who have very authentic teachings from authentic masters, and have practiced a lot. So their books can be amazing, really useful. So authentic literature and your own intelligence. Stop thinking that you're stupid and that you need some father figure or mother figure to help you all the time. We are intelligent. Use your intelligence. So Dalai Lama told the guy. But he also tells people it may take a long time, to wake up. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. But yeah, if you can find, if a qualified teacher comes your way, then it can be very useful. Example, I was very fortunate to find, I feel, very highly qualified, compassionate teachers. Which is not to say they smile at you and make you feel happy all the time. They give you terrible things to do. But then, how else would we purify our mind if everything was easy? So yeah, they give their students tough things to do. Yeah. So that's the way to start. Is some practice, some authentic literature, because we emphasize study, reflecting, meditating. So initially there has to be proper study, some proper study at least, not just go straight in or think that you're watching a sunset and that's Buddhist meditation. As Lama used to say, that's just attachment, my dear. That's not, okay, it's nice to watch a lovely sunset, but don't kid yourself that you're doing some profound meditation. Often it's just attachment to the colors, and, so just, it's not necessarily a liberating experience, although he's not saying don't look at sunsets. You know what I mean? It's everything is, nothing is black and white really. We have to, there are subtleties. Buddha never said don't enjoy sunsets, but we can space out on things, and Lama was very, very strong about that.